Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales, and that's a GT500, and everybody says this thing is beautiful, and the reason I know that is I'm the one who's been driving it. We've put about 14,500 miles on this car, and I tell you what, everybody I run into just absolutely loves this blue, and then I do too, man. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Now, we covered the whole front of this car with a film, and there is really no marks whatsoever on the car. Just looking sweet, man. And of course, you know what's under the hood, that Supercharged 5.2 making 760 horsepower. Now there is one little mark in the clear bra right here, but I don't believe that the paint is hurt underneath there. She is gorgeous and a blast to drive. I tell you, we've gotten kudos on the color 1,000 times if I've got them once. It's just looking absolutely beautiful. The only reason that we're getting rid of this car or putting it for sale, parking this dream in your driveway, is I ordered a 22 and it's going to be in real soon. Now let's take a close look at the interior. I tell you, you want to talk about sharp, man, it's got the Recaro seats in it. Just absolutely gorgeous. I've had a blast in this car. Get this baby out on the expressway. This thing passes other cars like they're standing still. You don't even have to lay into the, I really have never even laid into the accelerator that much on this thing. I tell you, she is a beauty to drive. It's got the 7-speed dual clutch transmission that I think they say 8 milliseconds between shifts. I think it's even faster than that. It's like an instant shift. Pop open the trunk here. You hit this button twice. You can see everything in the trunk looking sweet. Now I say it in a lot of my videos that there's never been anything in the trunk, but there's been stuff in the trunk. We used to drive this thing to get groceries. I just love driving it. Just an amazing vehicle. Now these stripes are actually the taped on stripes. The wings looking sweet, and it just sounds amazing. Of course, my wife said it's her new alarm clock. Every time I fired this thing up when it was in the garage, of course, everybody in the household heard it. And my next door neighbors too. I had a couple of them. I live real close to the main street, so every now and then when I took off in the morning, I may have got into it just a little bit. Wake up all the neighbors. Now, Tom can tell you everything about this car if you call him at 248-974-9513. And don't forget, he answers his phone 7 days a week and almost 24 hours a day. Here in the driver's seat of the GT500, and it is real nasty out today. We're not driving this baby in the nasty weather. Now, I'm gonna fire it up here so we can see the dash. The dash in this thing is so freaking cool. See the way the tack goes? Of course, you can hear the exhaust. Of course, the speedometer's there. You can change this dash all around with all the settings. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can make it different colors. You can change the settings of your shocks. You can change the exhaust noise, everything from the steering wheel. You can operate the radio from the steering wheel. I mean, the car is amazing. This car has got 14,503 miles on it, and I know that because I'm the one that put them on there. So I've been driving this car for about the last 6 or 7 months. I live like 50 miles from here. So it's been all highway driving, and I tell you, talk about thumbs up, man. I can't tell you how many high fives, thumbs up I've got in this car. Just an amazing piece. Get ready to pass somebody, you better hold on. You put the hammer down on this thing and it will go. That dual clutch trans shifts right now. You can put it in manual mode and use your paddles. You don't want to downshift it, you can just grab the downshift, the lower one here, and it'll actually downshift, rev match to whatever speed you're at. I mean, like I said, she is a blast to drive, guys. And we can park this dream in your driveway no matter where you live. So give us a call at 248-974-9513. And if you want to know why I'm getting rid of this one, it's because I'm buying a silver one. All right, we're underneath the GT500 now, and man, it is still super clean under here. Looks like it's a brand new car still. Of course, you see the exhaust looks like it's new. All the aluminum control arms look like they're new. It does have the independent rear suspension, for those of you who don't know, and these GT500s actually have a cooler. You see these lines coming out of here? Sucks the fluid out of there and goes through a cooler and keeps it nice and cool. You can see all the paper tags under here still here. We've got 373 gear in here. I see paper tags hanging on everything still. You see how nice and clean the floorboards are, how nice and clean the exhaust is. Again, you know, here's another paper tag that says fuel line. Then, of course, this is the infamous 7-speed transmission, dual clutch transmission. Now, a lot of people don't understand these transmissions. They think it's an automatic transmission. It is actually a manual transmission that gets shifted automatically. So, I mean, it's full of gears and everything in there, not like an automatic transmission with the drums and clutches and all that stuff. So, very, very cool transmission. I tell you, one of my favorite cars in the world to drive are these cars with this transmission in it now, I tell you. It's just amazing what that transmission will do. And then look at the size of the brakes on this thing. I mean, they are gigantic. Those calipers are just huge. You can see the front here. No major scrapes or scratches up here, just a couple of really light ones. Every now and then when you go in a steep driveway, but you can see they're very, very lightly. The nose is not hurt at all. The nose is in great shape. Actually, there is a couple little scratches right here on the very edge, but you can't see any of those from the top. So when the car is sitting on the ground, you can't see any of those. Now on the tires, we've changed these to some Continental Sport Plus tires. These are actually an all-season tire, which work great in the rain. You get caught out in the rain and those Michelins, the car is really, really slick. These tires are working great. You can see the ground effects here on the side, all looking sweet. You see any marks on them whatsoever? And again, the floorboards are just amazing how clean they are. And then out back, now I didn't tell you the size in the front, but the front and the rear are the same size now. Let's see if I can find it. I believe they're 305s, 305/30. Yeah, they are 305/30 20s. And again, you can see the Brembo brakes back here, and that's a huge caliper even for the rear brakes. Then that little one right there is actually for the parking brake, and that's all automatic. All right, I want to show you how to open the hood. There's a little bit of a technique here. We've already popped it. It's right down there by your left leg when you're sitting in the driver's seat. So then you come out here, hit these buttons, raise the hood up. Then there is a secondary latch under there too. Okay, engine compartment's gorgeous. Now the car does tell you when to change the oil. We've changed the oil every time that has told us to change it. And I believe the receipts for the oil changes are in the glove box. You can see how clean everything is up in here. I mean, again, it's a brand new car. It's a 2020, very low mileage. Like I said, I think it's 14,500 miles on it. I mean, this thing is just amazing, man. I've had so much fun driving this thing. You can see it's still got some protection here. Look at that, still on there from the factory. Just everything about it. Of course, power brakes, power steering, air conditioning, it's got it all, guys. She's an amazing machine. Now, I told you earlier, the whole front end of this thing is covered with that 3M plastic. I don't know if it's 3M but it's that protection, that clear bra stuff. The guys over at Lingenfelter actually did it for me. We're good friends with those guys over here. So it is amazing, guys. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.